So hi, taking radical full responsibility is a very powerful mindset that can lead to meaningful and lasting changes in one's life if you totally embraced it. It is a concept or an idea that is intertwined with another concept of personal creation that says that we as a people are responsible for creating our own reality. It essentially says that we shape our reality or our circumstances and situations around our lives through our thoughts, through our beliefs, and through our actions. And this is something that was very difficult for me to embrace at the beginning when I started learning about the concept of personal creation many years ago, when I was asking existential questions about the realities of my life at that point in time. And I did, at that time I used to believe that my life is a result of, happenstance, like, life happens, there are certain situations or events or circumstances that gets thrown in your life that you have absolutely no control of, which to some great degree that is true. And that I didn't connect how my thoughts or my beliefs or my actions or my choices were adding or were leading to the realities that I was experiencing in my life at that point in time. So I know that I'm talking about it because I know it's a concept that still deludes many people, because a lot of people still think that or still believe that our lives are, stuff happens in our lives as a result of either good luck or bad luck. You get a nice job because of good luck, or your boss is bad because of bad luck, or whatever your health and wellness situation or your money situation. We cannot see the link between how we think, how what we believe, and our actions and our choices and decisions, how those link with the results that we are seeing currently in our lives. I don't know if that makes sense. Most of us by now have heard about mindset, how our mindset can influence the way that we experience our reality, and there's always talk about mindset change, mindset this and the other, but I still don't think that a lot of people at an individual level have totally embraced what that means, because it essentially means that our thoughts, like I said, our mindset, which is comprised of our thoughts, our beliefs, our emotions, very much contribute largely to how we see or how we experience life at the moment. And that our mindset essentially can be either empowering or disempowering. You can feel powerless in your life, or you can feel powerful enough to change or influence the decisions in your life. So taking radical full responsibility essentially means that your choices and your decisions are at play all the time, whether you make them consciously or subconsciously. It doesn't matter what situation may be. If you are in a bad relationship, what choices did you make, or what decision did you make that led to that relationship being the way that it is? Was it because you went into the relationship, or you decided to go into the relationship because even when you knew what the situation was? Or if you are at a job that is so unfulfilling, or a job that is, I don't know, that makes you very unhappy, what choices do you have? Because I think that most people, we think that we don't have a choice. You feel like, oh, I'm at this job, and this job is very, draining. It's very uninspiring, and I'm not fulfilled. I'm not happy. My boss is this or the other, and you don't see how, and a lot of people honestly don't see that they don't have like they do have a choice. You have a choice whether to stay or to leave. And most of the time we feel powerless. We feel like, no, I don't have a choice. I should just stay in this relationship even though I'm miserable, because I feel like I don't have choices. But the fact of the matter is that this is a universe of infinite possibilities and infinite opportunities. We are never limited in terms of the choices or the decisions that we make in our lives. It's only our thoughts, our belief that we are limited, that makes our situation feel or look like we are limited in terms of what we can do in our life. I don't know if that makes sense, but it essentially means that when you embrace that mindset, it means that you are in control. You have to place yourself in full control of your life. And I know that we like to place control in different things. I used to say that, my life is in the hands of God. God, if something bad happened in my life, I'll attribute it to either bad luck, or God is not allowing this, or God is not allowing that. When the truth of the matter is that I am at choice. I am also, I do have agency in terms of how I think, in terms of the choices and the actions that I make, and we all do. So in order to take radical full responsibility for your life, you have to acknowledge the fact that you are a very powerful creator, that your life is in your hands, that no one is coming to change anything for you, that sometimes I know that being someone who comes from a religious background even, that we think that our lives are in the hands of God, when God has already done a lot and has already given us everything, and that the things, most of the things or all of the things that we ask for are already granted. They are already granted. It's just that our mindset is not at a place where we can see those things being manifest in our lives. For instance, let's say that you have serious health issues, or that your health and wellness is not at a place where you desire in your life, and maybe like me, you want to lose weight, or you are tackling some health issues, and as much as we can pray about it and say that God, please grant me good health or longevity of life or whatever it may be, at the end of the day, there's a part that God plays and there's a part that I play. And I am telling you that God has already played his part or her part. The universe has already played its part in a lot of things that we want in our lives. A lot of things that we desire in our lives are already granted. It's just that our mindset, our beliefs and our thoughts are hindering us to experience the things that we say we want to experience. Going back to the issue of health and wellness, God can grant me all the healing that I can get, but at the end of the day, there's a part that I have to do. I still have to put good food in my body. I still have to exercise. I still have to follow doctors' instructions or scientists' recommendations of what a good diet is, or what exercise regimes or whatever. There's a part that I have to play as a person, and most of us, we are not playing our part. We are just throwing our hands and saying, it's all in God's hand. Similarly, with relationships as well, that we tend to think that we don't have any control in terms of how we show up or how people show up in relation to us. And that is also not true, because relationships, they have to be worked at, right? You know that in order for your relationship to thrive, whether it's a marriage or a partnership or whatever it may be, you have to work at it. There's issues of communication, there's issues of, all those things. And there's a part that you have to play. If you want to resolve issues in your partnership, for instance, or in your marriage, there's a part that you have to play. God is not going to come down from heaven to come and do the things that you can do for yourself. So at the end of the day, taking radical full responsibility for your life essentially says that we are at the driver's seat. We are in the driver's seat of our lives. We cannot continue to blame others. You cannot continue to blame your boss because you are at choice whether you want to stay at that job or not. I know that there are so many things, questions that come up in your mind right now about such kind of situations, but the truth of the matter is we are always at choice. And taking radical full responsibility means that you can no longer, like I said, blame anyone. You have to take matters into your own hands. It means that we have to see ourselves as responsible, as the primary creators in our own lives. We have to set intentions and goals and go after those goals or those desires that we have in our lives. I know that, like I said, it is very easy to blame other people, to blame your boss, to blame your relationship, to blame your parents, and so many other circumstances and situations in our lives. But once you start blaming other people or blaming other external factors in your life, you are totally disempowering yourself from ever creating the life that you desire. So what do you think? Do you think that you are a creator of your own reality? Do you think that your thoughts matter, or do you think that your beliefs, your emotions, your feelings, your decisions, your choices and your actions matter? And I know that it's very easy for us to embrace that, yeah, I made this decision that led to that, and I took this action that led to that. But when it comes to our thoughts and our beliefs, that's quite something else that a lot of people still cannot link between how they think, what their beliefs and or how their beliefs are connected to how the results that they see in their lives. So what do you think? Do you think that your thoughts matter? How do you think you can direct your thoughts, or what beliefs would you have to change in your lives for you to see results in certain aspects of your life? That's a food for thought for you. When you are alone, thinking about your money situation, thinking about your career situation, thinking about your relationships, thinking about your health and wellness, or whatever desires or goals that you have in your life, can you sit down and map the connection between how you think about those things? Like, for instance, for me, I used to think about money as something that is so difficult to get, and there's still an aspect of myself that thinks this way, that money is hard to get, money doesn't grow on trees, money is the root of all evils, money is, you have to break your back and bend backwards and forwards to earn money. And no wonder that I experienced and I continued to experience this limitation of money in my life, or scarcity in my life. So it doesn't matter what it is for you. Is it about relationships? Do you think that good people are hard to find? What is it about your thoughts and your beliefs? Do you think that, or do you believe that the universe is limited in its ability to give you a partner of your desires, for instance? These are the things that you have to interrogate, and more often than not, it's very difficult to get to the root of these thoughts, because there are always thoughts behind our thoughts. You don't think that you think that way, but you do think that way. You don't think that you believe that the love of money is the root of all evil, or money is scarce, until you confront your limiting beliefs or your limited beliefs about money. So there's always that correlation between what we think about a certain topic and how it manifests in our lives. What we think about money, what we think about our relationship, how powerful or how powerless we are to make decisions in our money situation, in our relationship, in our careers, in our jobs. It's always related to whether or not our beliefs or our thoughts are empowering or disempowering. I hope you think about it. Until next time, bye for now.